Okay, so tonight I want to talk about how I went from this was the last render, to this, um, which I think is a lot more alive, a lot more colorful. I like saturation. Some people may think it's a little oversaturated. I definitely need this hero image. He's definitely a little too dark. So that's something to be corrected, but you can see the huge difference. So what did I do? I went through some tutorials, in particular a class I'm taking, video class on taking advantage of the RTX processor in Unreal Engine, and that's put out by the MoGraph.com people. And I've enjoyed it so far. Just a lot of things, takeaways. And one of the takeaways that I want to follow with this is how he upped his game on the render. So let's talk about that. So here I have my preset. You always want to do EXR because that gives you the most flexibility. You can store different passes within one file. So I learned that when I took my cinema class. EXRs always. So the next thing is anti-aliasing. That, of course, to get rid of as they call it, the jaggies. And because these numbers are set high, we need to override. If you don't, you get a warning. Greater than the number of samples. So we put that on. And we do some warm-ups and how many frames. And then the color, well, I'll get back to the color output later because that is probably the most important thing. And we're rendering at really high resolution, very smooth. And this is tiling, which allows the processing to be chunked up, which is easier on your graphics card and so on. This overrides some of the game modes, so it makes it look better. Again, now the console variables, because we're rendering at such a high resolution, and we're basically, and the anti-aliasing, we don't really have much noise. And so the denoiser makes things worse. So basically, you turn them all off because you really don't need them, and they're only gonna make things worse because they're doing something you don't need done, essentially. Let's see, high resolution. We talked about that, and of course the output, super Ultra HD. You have set a particular file, and the default name format seems to work. Yeah, this is the next important thing: the color. One thing he had us do. One thing that I've read quite a lot of, there's been quite a lot out on. A lot of people are using what they call ACES, and this is something that was developed in Hollywood to have more of a common color basis. Now, the trickiest part is, well, the way I was trying to do it, the trickiest part was trying to actually get the ACES installed, OCIO. So basically what I was trying to do is, I said, well, and this is how I am. Oh, well, I want the latest version. Not necessarily the, nightly build, with all the bugs and so on. No, I want, if they've released 2.0 or 2.01, whatever it is, that's the one I want to use. Well, it's not so easy with ACES. You would think you can go to one place, you know, their official site, and just download it, ready to go. No. There are two places. Let's see. This is the Color Science. Let me bring that over and show you. Color Science. And they have up to 1.2, which is what I ended up using. With that, and this, I did not have to compile it. I just had to download the thing and point to this. This is the key. This is your configuration. So that's what I ended up doing. Not until after I spent several hours trying to compile 2.0. And you notice this is about 2 years old. So the other place you can get it is, where is it? Okay. Let me go to the Open Color IO. Here it is. This is off the Open Color IO site. And if you do go to, you know, Quick Start for Artists, this is where they point you. What I found here when I opened these, when you download and open this up, is it only went to like 1.03 or something. I mean, it wasn't what you really needed. They do have the now this is called library. I do not know. See, this is sample configurations. So this, when you download this, it's ready to go. You don't have to build anything or set up a config file. You just do it. And I did see some notes. I have some more ideas about how to get 2.0 to actually build. So that is OCIO. And what it allows you to do is set it up in this in ACES CG. And the thing with ACES CG is once you bring it into ACES CG, you can set it to go to any other thing you might want, any other device. So there's Rec 709, which is the most typical. Maybe you want sRGB. There are different things. You may want a different one if you're targeting a phone versus maybe you're targeting a movie screen. So the nice thing is for the colorist is they can color on one base and then transform it to whatever it is that they're going to be sending it to. So that was the lesson. Now I did break my animations up into 3 sequences because this way I don't have to move stuff around within a sequence. I can use one cut because it's one camera per, and you set it up and you're good to go. You can set these all up and then go render the whole thing. So here is what I got going on in DaVinci Resolve. Let me see. Let me look at show you the project. And this program now, we don't have all the. It doesn't have, if you get the free version, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it will get you going, and it's free. I got a good deal because I was able to essentially get one of the little editing things. But basically, came free, which costs the same as the program, but they threw it in free with the program. I don't think that's happening anymore. But where is project settings? So let's see, cost, ultra, you know, let me show you. Let's see. Oh, color management's right here. So I said ACES CCT to 1.2. Since it's coming in as ACES, I said no input. And then it's going to go out to Rec 709. And if you don't have it, you can see the difference. It's when it comes in raw. Maybe I can set up another project and show you what I'm talking about here. It looks very flat. Now, one thing I did do is I did, of course, go, instead of using Colorista in After Effects, which isn't bad, but it's not, obviously it's not going to be as good as being able to do it yourself. But if you need something quick, so here's the color, and because of the way I had my clip set up, I had to disable this clip in order to see this one and work on this one. But so I went through and did some adjustments here and tried to get it to bring a little bit more life to it. Like I said, this frame is probably, the last frame on this is probably a little dark, but at any rate, let's see, is that all I want to show you? Yeah, oh, I know what I wanted to do. I want to show you. All right, here we go. So we got a brand new project. Make sure that, let me set the project settings and make sure the color management. Okay, this is set at just the default. And I'm going to set this at, I don't know if I'm going to set this at anything. Well, let's bring in, so let me bring in one of my clips here. Let me go and, I'm going to take this off the screen. Hello. And show you what I'm talking about. Let's see, where is my, oh, it is video. No, it is under the Unreal Engine projects, which is typically where you put the stuff, UE projects, and go in and get one of the videos, one of the okay, so I am going to just drag this folder in, and let's go in and switch to edit. And we're just going to drag them in. Okay. See how dark this is? So when I go into project settings and I tell it that it came in as it, and then 1.2, and the input transform is, let's see, linear. sRGB linear, and the output transform is Rec 709. Let's see. And if I'm right, notice it immediately brightens up. immediately gets brighter. Now it's still kind of dark, it's still, but you can see the difference. And then you go into the color and you do what you need to do to make this look nicer to your taste. So that's basically the process. There are plenty of tutorials on ACES, but the whole purpose of it is to have a common base that you could put something out for Netflix, put something out for YouTube, put something out for whatever, different things depending on your needs. And you don't have to, you can use the same color grade, the same settings, because you're starting from a common base, and it'll work on that and then output to whatever you need. Like I said, there's plenty of material online about it, but that was one of the things. And obviously rendering in a very high resolution, very smooth. Now, I didn't do this here, but maybe one effect you might want to do to make it, more film-like is to go in. Now, this is DaVinci. DaVinci has Fusion. Let me go to see. So that has different effects. You can add lights, you can do all kinds of things, but let's see. So universe, yeah, I don't think trap code works on this, but let's see. Different transitions, text. This, I know what I'm looking for, but where you can add grain, glow. Yeah, I don't even know if these sapphire stuff. I don't even think my subscription is still valid there. Looking at all the different things they have. But anyway, I know that you can find it in After Effects, and I'm sure you can find something here that will add back a grain. And this is node based, so if I turn around and say, let's do an effect here. So if I put this blur effect here, let's see. Settings. I don't know. Oh, this is supposed to blur. You can add motion blur, which we already have, but you get the idea. I'm trying to see something that's going to be pretty obvious, and I don't know. Let's see. Just delete this. Let's see. Glow. That's something. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. So you got this. Now you probably want to, this is way, way, way too much. But you can see, because this is the input. If you look here, if you disable this, see if they got disable. Well, if you delete this, you'll see the picture again once you connect. There you go. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful, and you can see some of the things you can do to really make your video pop a bit more and ACES is one of the up and coming things. I think there are some other technologies coming along. I know there are some people who aren't big fans of ACES, but a lot of creators do like it because of the versatility of it. So, again, thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.